Okay, this is just going to be a rambling video while I drive about standing for truth and the kind of respect or lack thereof that I have for him and the reasons why. Standing for truth, if you asked me to randomly open one of his videos and watch a 2-minute long clip from it and then summarize what he just said, I don't think I would be able to do it because I never know what he's talking about when I listen to him. Standing for truth, he's a young earth creationist, so he keeps company of people like Kent Hovind and Raw Matt and Matt Powell and those type of people, and yet he seems to think that if he takes the intelligent design talking points and really a lot of points that Kent Hovind makes and adds to them a bunch of scientific jargon, that it will make him look smart and look like he knows what he's talking about, and that he's able to keep up in a conversation with someone like Dr. Dan or Erica, when in reality it's just a bunch of nonsense word salad that to me is just meaningless. I mean, maybe I don't have a high enough IQ to understand SFT's big-brained YouTube posts, but to me it just seems like gussying up a bunch of old talking points, or just using buzzwords. Like, he loves to talk about, like, I don't know, homozygosity or mitochondrial Eve or, ERVs. He had to help Kent Hovind make a video about ERVs because Kent wasn't prepared for that in a debate. And to be fair, I don't really know much about ERVs. Like, of all the topics about evolution, that's one that I really struggle to understand. So if he gets it, kudos to him. But when I listen to him talk, it's just not clear. And that's why I would say that I actually have more respect for Kent Hovind, because Kent Hovind, when he started CSE, he looked around at, I guess, people like Michael Behe or, the early intelligent design people, like maybe like Dwayne Gish or just other creationists, and he thought that they were using a lot of bigger words that younger people, kids, and just a general audience of the rednecks in his church wouldn't be able to understand. So he said, I'm gonna make it on the fourth grade level because I have the intellect of a fourth grader. But I will give credit to Kent Hovind. The guy is an effective communicator. He wouldn't be where he is now if he wasn't. And when I listen to his videos, I can understand what he says, even with how stupid and wrong the things he says are. I can at least understand what he's saying most of the time. I mean, when it comes to his thing about the tides during the flood being harmonic because the moon pulls up a bump of water and that there were horizontally laid strata, I have listened to that one a bunch of times. I still don't understand what the heck he's talking about, but most of the time I can understand Kent. Standing for truth just seems to me like he's trying to look smarter than he is, and you can't really act that way when your cohorts are people like Kent Hovind and also people who commit academic fraud like Raw Matt. But another thing with standing is that he's moderated a lot of Kent Hovind debates, and okay, look at this traffic. He seems to me that he shows a very strong bias towards Kent Hovind in those debates because they're both young earth creationists. like he will routinely let Kent gish gallop and ramble on and on and on and go off topic and, you know, eat up a bunch of the time of the debate and not stop him. But of course he's very eager to cut off the debate opponent and say, oh, well, you know, let's give Dr. Hovind a chance to respond, or, you know, let's make sure that this stays on topic if it's the other guy doing it, you know. And like with the Dr. Dan debate, Dr. Dan versus Kent Hovind, like they had Kent's title card, it said Dr. Hovind, but it didn't say doctor on Dan's like name card. It just had his name, which I thought was ridiculous. And I was in the live chat of that debate, and he left a comment on one of my videos asking me if he should try to set up a debate between me and Kent, and I told him, yeah, go for it, and, you know, nothing happened. But to kind of cut to the chase, SFT, I left a comment on one of his community posts or videos telling him the reasons why I think he's not a good moderator. And, you know, I told him at the end of the post, I said, you are not a good debate moderator. And he got a little bit butthurt. You know, he left a comment saying that how he used to do judo and kickboxing or something like that, and that he could kick really hard, and that he had hair on his legs, and that he could tell that I didn't have any hair on my legs because, according to him, I'm a pussy. That was the word that he used. So, you know, very professional by standing. And, you know, I posted the screenshot of that on Twitter, and he apologized to me on Twitter, and he gave me his email address. And when I saw him in a chat room next time, it's like, okay, well, I appreciate your apology, I guess, but that post was just a little bit weird. And, you know, I'm not going to be threatened by somebody getting mad over you know, debates about science and, you know, creationism. I think that's pretty silly. So I was more confused than anything by that post. But yeah, so basically, standing for truth is a gish galloping, word salading, hairy-legged, kickboxing, shitty debate moderator, and I can't understand anything he says. So I'm going to end this video because it's getting to be like 3 hours long. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this stupid ramble-filled video, and have a nice day. Remember to pay your taxes and wear your masks. Peace.